Hello, hello, hello. This is Raven, and today I saw the new vampire comedy, What We Do in the Shadows. This has been out for a while in the international market, but it just came to my area, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. This is a very informal review. I haven't prepared a script for it. I just wanted to get my thoughts out as soon as possible. Anyway, first impressions, I really liked this movie. Trigger warnings, I'll just start with those. There are a few. It's very bloody, very bloody. So they don't shy away from the gore really at all. I mean, they do like pixel out some of the gore, but like as far as blood spray goes, there's a lot of that. And there's a lot of the aftermath of killings. There's also a part where there's somebody that has been burned up and you see like the charred skeleton. That could be kind of distressing to some people. And there's, also a person on fire, so yeah, if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, don't watch this. There's also a brief mention of pedophilia, but it's in the context of like preteen girl vampires going to bust some perverts, I think the phrase was. So it is mentioned, but it is quite clearly frowned upon. We'll just, I guess, put it that way. But yeah, there's a couple instances where homophobic slurs were used. That was not so cool, but I mean, it was in the context of like, it was quite obviously wrong. Still, you might want to kind of watch out for that. It happens, spoiler alert, when the vampires come across some werewolves. So just kind of be ready for that, I guess. Otherwise, there's also a brief mention of slaves, and there's one of the vampires has a human servant, and she calls him master, and it's quite clear that their relationship is not particularly good, for her, I mean, but, it's understood that he's not behaving very nicely toward her, so it's not like they're lauding it, There's some nudity, most of it's pixeled out, but there's a brief bit where you can see like some naked women writhing around, and it doesn't really show anything, but I mean, it's still kind of suggestive, more than a little suggestive. But that's all I can think of off the top of my head. There's, obviously a lot of blood drinking, but if you are sensitive to blood stuff, you probably wouldn't be watching a vampire movie. Anyway, things that I liked pretty much the whole thing. The shots were good, like the camera work was good. It was a very convincing documentary feel without being annoying. It didn't like get in the way, the gimmick didn't get in the way of my enjoyment of the film. I really liked the makeup. I thought that was good. It served the movie very well. I especially loved I loved one of the characters, Peter. He was the Nosferatu type vampire, and his makeup was just amazing. Well, I guess not amazing, but like it was really good. I guess I'm not in the best position to judge whether a makeup job is like, the best ever, but for me, it was, I thought it was very good. The effects were good. It was surprising for, I think, a fairly low budget film. There was some wire work, and I loved that. I loved the wire work, and there's a part where I think they might have turned a set. Like, they might have built a hallway and, like, turned it upside down so that people could fight on the ceiling and stuff, but I'm not sure. It might have been wire work. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, the effects were really nice. A lot of them were done practically. That was pretty cool. But the computer effects were also pretty good. Anyway, things I didn't like, it didn't really have a climax. I mean, it kind of did, but it was a very anti-climax climax. Like, there's kind of a fight that happens, but everything turns out okay. There's a part at the end, like a few minutes, where they wrap everything up, and everything's okay, everybody's fine, but I did really like this movie. I'm glad that I saw it. I wish I had seen it sooner. I wish I could see it again. I don't think I will be able to see it again because it was only at one theater, and that theater was kind of far away from my house. But I will definitely be picking this up when it comes out on video. Hope it comes out on video soon because I am itching to watch it again. But yeah, for a comedy about vampires, this was really good. This was like Lost Boys good, and I mean, I know Lost Boys is kind of a campy thing, but as far as like how much people like, you know, the movies and how much they value them, I think this is going to be right up there with The Lost Boys and Interview with the Vampire. I really do. So those are my thoughts. There was a couple interruptions in here. I'm gonna have to try to edit that out the best I can, but I'm sorry if there's any like loud noises in the background. I'm recording this during the day, right after we get home, because I didn't want to lose any of my thoughts on it. But yeah, so if you've listened this far, thank you. You're awesome, and I will see you on the dark side of the moon.